Hi, welcome to Issues and Insights. I'm Melanie Parker. I have with me today the Tony Bishop, who wears many hats in the Hardin County community, but today you are wearing your E-Town Lions Club hat.
E-Town Lions Club.
Correct?
Yes.
We have been sitting here chatting before the cameras turned on. There's a lot, so we're just going to jump right in.
Okay.
Now, the primary focus of the Lions Club as a whole, correct? Is this an international or is it national?
International.
International.
Some 204 countries.
Wow.
Right now we're at 1.4 million members worldwide.
Okay.
And we're in a campaign to try to get 100,000 more. So we consider ourselves the world's largest world service organizations.
I can see that. You all are everywhere. If there's any event where there's more than probably 100 people,
there's a line.
You will see the Lions Club. So you're the treasurer of the Elizabethtown Lions Club, but there are multiple clubs here in Hardin County,
Yes.
correct?
Yes, we have the Glendale Lions Club, and then we have the North Hardin Lions Club.
Right, and maybe looking for other
Possibly
chapters?
two more groups. We have different types of clubs. We have branch clubs, which is a branch of the parent club, which would be like Elizabethtown Lions Club. Then we could maybe, we're hopefully trying to see if we could get the community college on board as maybe a branch of our club. But then we also have specialty clubs, and specialty clubs it's not new to Lions, but it's kind of unique in that it's if it's like a fire department or a group that's just has a thing that they're interested in.
Sure. They're not necessarily taking outside members. They're already an organization
they're
or group
group
of some
in
sort?
themselves. They has
Okay.
a like interest. It could be a bridge club that just likes to do
Bunko.
that just likes to get together, but
Yeah.
they also want to do things in the community to help the community.
So they maybe do their own fundraising?
They do they're a club.
Wow.
They're their own club. It takes 20 people to become a club, but a branch club, all it takes is 5.
That's wonderful.
so it's-
So you all are out there and you are doing all of that. We'll go over a list of the wonderful fundraisers you all do, and I'm sure there's always more to come. But where does that money go? What is the focus of the Lions Club internationally?
Internationally, we have, on the international level, we have Lions Clubs International, our parent body, but we also have the charitable arm, the Lions Club International Foundation, and that is where everything kind of falls down from that. So on the local level, we have our clubs that has its administrative fund, where we have got to have dues.
Sure,
to do things on the administrative side, but everything that is done with the community, all of those dollars goes back to the community. That is a guarantee.
Oh, okay.
And that is our code of ethics from the
So
Lions
all the
International.
fundraising that E-Town Lions Club does here in Hardin County, that money stays?
It stays right here in Hardin County.
Wow, okay.
There's some other things with the tornadoes and the floods. The Pennsylvania Lions Clubs of Pennsylvania, they actually brought 2 truck trailer loads of stuff just for people there in Western Kentucky. Ohio, they brought like a check for $10,000-$20,000. Kentucky does the same thing. When there's something going on around the even not just here in Kentucky, but around the country, and through our Lions Club International Foundation, funds can be donated to the foundation. If there's a natural disaster, if you happen to look on the national news, you see a blue tent somewhere, that's probably Lions Clubs International. So earthquakes, typhoons, whatever.
I had no idea.
So we're there. We also actually have a seat at the UN.
Wow.
This was done like around 1950s. And so actually, because we have such inroads around the world with different countries, we do have a seat at the UN.
That is amazing. Wow. How long has the Lions Club been around?
Since 1917.
1917. Just started with maybe a couple of friends, I don't know, had an idea?
Yeah, Melvin Jones is our founder, and he was a businessman in Chicago. And so that's how it started. He just got a group of business guys together, and kind of like the specialty club.
Sure.
But he kind of got them together, and they decided to do things in the local area of humanitarian things. And it just started spreading
Sure.
from city to city, and then
Passion driven, no doubt.
yeah.
And I know that one of the primary goals, certainly obviously not the only, but one of the primary goals is eyesight conservation.
Yes.
So did that start initially in 1917 as
No,
well?
it was actually at one of the conventions in 1925, and Helen Keller was the keynote speaker.
Wow.
And so as she finished her presentation, she challenged the Lions Clubs to be her Knights for the Blind. And so since then, vision care and doing things to eradicate blindness
Sure.
has been the big thing for Lions Clubs
And is
around
that
the world.
just, so internationally,
It's international.
that is the primary
That's the primary.
focus. So what efforts do you all do here at the E-Town Lions Club?
A lot of our clubs, especially the E-Town Club, we assist people with being able to get eye exams, and we also help them purchase glasses. Then we do the vision screenings.
Right.
A lot of that started with our school system, and so right now,
Huge.
currently we've done in the E-Town Hardin County area, and we got Meade County in there as well, but
Sure.
we've done 10 vision screenings, separate vision screenings in Hardin County school system, 4 in the Meade County area, and 4 in the E-Town Independent School System.
Wow.
And so we'll do from grade school all the way up. So that's...
What about, I understand you all take some donations for glasses?
Yes, we do. That's the other biggie. So in the United States, you can donate your glasses, but the FDA rules says we cannot distribute those glasses here in the U.S. But in our foreign areas, we can take those glasses and send them overseas where folks, they'll match them up with what they can use for their eyesight to
So
help.
you have some drop-off locations here in Hardin County?
Yes, we do. Right now, I know of Sam's. They have a box there. You can just take your glasses there. We ask that you don't take the cases, just the glasses.
Oh, okay.
But you can take the glasses into them, and they'll put it in our little box that we have there. Clark Vision Care, we have a box there.
Okay.
And then at our club building on Ring Road, 2520 Ring Road here in Elizabethtown, we have a little drop box that you could just kind of put them outside our door
Wonderful.
there.
Wonderful.
So we
A lot of
collect
people wear glasses.
Yeah, yeah.
Even in today's world of LASIK and, contacts and all of that, a lot of people wear
Well,
glasses.
a lot of people end up like Fred Sanford, and they got them in a drawer,
Right,
so,
right. They're readers.
So, yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
we'll take, we take the readers if
Okay.
you like. Because sometimes at our vision screenings, especially our state fair, that's a state project.
Okay.
So we have a booth set up at the health areas there at the state fair.
Oh, really?
And
okay.
so we
and
do,
just anybody can walk up and get a vision
just come up.
test?
So
Okay.
we'll do I call it the puff test, but we'll do we got the machines to do that.
Wow.
As well as the vision, and we check peripheral vision.
Mm-hmm.
So it's amazing to see people that comes from miles to the fair, and then we go, how did you get here?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
their vision's that sometimes
Sure.
that bad.
Yeah, they need you.
And
They,
so,
they need that test. That's a great
yeah.
service.
So basically, we don't, what we do is basically screen. We can't really, once we see a situation, then we'll say, okay, here's your results, and we refer you that you go to
Okay.
a doctor or see your local doctor.
Sure, sure. And so all of this takes money,
It takes money.
right?
It takes money.
So I know, I'm sure I'm not the only one, that on a regular basis, you all are busy. I see the signs for the barbecue chicken and the pancakes and all of those things. So you have a very eclectic membership, I would say.
We like to cook.
Yeah. Some people test eyes. Some people make really good pancakes. Some people are manning that barbecue grill. So you all, how often do you do those types of things?
We have 3 projects. We try to space things out as a club. So the 3 major projects we have is our chicken barbecue, and it's usually in August, third Saturday in August usually.
And where is that normally located, or does that
it stays pretty much. It's been at the high school.
Gotcha.
Now
So that's where I think I see the signs most.
at the E-Town High School.
On Miles.
And this year, it's possibly we may do it at the park.
Ooh.
Out at the lake.
Okay.
Kind of in conjunction with Founders Day.
That'd
with the
be
city.
great. They've done so much work, and the lake is just
It's
phenomenal.
beautiful.
That's a great way to encourage people to get out there.
So we do that there. Then we have the pancake breakfast, which is coming up this March 23rd.
Right.
All you can eat.
Ooh, be careful.
And so, and so we have that, and that'll be at E-Town High School. And then, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, the golf scramble.
Right.
Our annual golf scramble, which is usually...
Boy, our local folks
we
love a golf scramble.
So that's usually the third Thursday or Friday in September. And
Perfect weather
so-
for a golf scramble.
So we do that. And we do other things, little projects that we kind of pick up. We like the community. It's not a fundraiser for us. It's just something we like to do with the community and be involved. But we'll do the candies giveaway during the Halloween season there.
Oh, okay.
And then we also do the Heartland Festivals and the Christmas parades. We like doing that.
Nice. So around Halloween, the candy giveaway, is that like a trunk or treat, or how does that work?
It's a community trunk or treat.
Okay, and you just sort of host it, or
well, we just
coordinate?
participate in it.
Smart.
Yeah.
You've got enough going
we
on.
Participate. So,
Yeah.
but that's good. But the vision screenings and the fundraisers, again, those help us with the machines that we purchase, that we
Right.
use
It takes
to
money.
do the vision screenings. Our kids site, that's our biggie
Sure.
for the whole state. It's going into about its 10th year now.
Wow.
So far this year, we screened about 8,000. Well, right at 8,600 kids from the age of 7, under the age of 7. And what
Yeah, I
we
heard you're going to a daycare.
Yeah, we
daycare
primarily
center.
going to a daycare,
Yeah.
I think, this week, or next week. And that's primarily where we target 2 of our Lions Club members, Nancy Pence and Renee. I blank on Renee's last name, but
Everybody knows Renee.
But they go to the primarily the elementary school, or the preschools. And we also have, on the statewide, we partner with the Kentucky Head Start program.
Oh, that's a good
And so we cover all of those. That's why the numbers are so high.
Sure.
But
There's a need. There's definitely a
yeah,
need.
and what we look for there primarily is lazy eye.
Okay.
And so if it's caught before the age of 5, it can be corrected. But what we found out with these cameras, it looks at the inner eye. It actually takes a picture of it, of your eye, of your pupil. And it's kind of like the big machine that the eye doctors have now, except we use a camera. And it can actually, one of the stories we have is we've actually located a detached retina of a child. And the child, when they're that little, they can't say, "Mommy, Daddy, I
Right.
can't see."
Right.
Or
They don't
something,
know what they
and
don't
they
know.
don't know.
That's their normal.
And the parents don't know.
Sure.
So we've been able to catch things that early
That's huge.
and get them with the other programs that we do. We have with our Eye Foundation in Louisville. And so a lot of our fundraising, yes, comes back locally, but we also provide funding through these fundraisers to our Kentucky Eye Foundation in Louisville.
That is awesome.
So it's called the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation. It's on Muhammad Ali there in Louisville. And we do several things there with the surgeries for folks that may need surgeries that can't afford it. That's what the foundation is there for. So.
Absolutely. I have a grandson that was super preemie. And a common thing with that is vision problems. And it affects their development.
Yeah.
It really does. But he had his surgery, and they have these drops that really, really help. And he is good to go now.
So we do that. We also do eye donations. So
how does that work?
Well, what we do is we accept corneas. And so we have the Kentucky Eye Bank. That's started through Lions Clubs.
Wow.
It's kind of separate now, but it's still a very part of us. And so if you're an organ donor or you'd like to sign up as part of the Kentucky Organ Donor Association, make sure you put on there about your eyes.
Okay. So you can specify?
You can specify. So when you pass away or a loved one passes on, they come in and they just take a piece of that cornea, and that cornea then can be used for some others that may have issues with vision that can help them see.
Wow.
So it's very important.
That's huge. I've never been, I mean, I'm an organ donor, but I never thought about that aspect as far as the eyes. I don't know. I probably need glasses. They may not want mine. I don't know. But you
well,
know,
I can't see either. But they actually do take the corneas, and even for research. So
interesting. Very interesting. All right, so I'm sure we've got some folks motivated now that they want to be a part of you all.
Yeah.
And so I'm assuming, can anybody join? What's the criteria for being a member
anyone
of the
can
E-Town
join.
Lions Club?
You must be 18 years of age to join, and just have a loving heart. What we say about lions is, a lot of people say, well, what do you do? What is a lion? And I always just say, well, the word lion in itself is loving individuals offering needed services.
I love that.
So if you see a need or you think of something that's needed in our community that's not been addressed, then join us, and we'll be glad to try to address those needs.
So what is the commitment if someone wants to be involved with the E-Town Lions
Very
Club?
simple, just your time and your heart.
How often do you meet?
We meet 2 times a month, first and third Tuesdays.
Okay.
Usually an hour. If it's anything more than that, then they get antsy. They might start throwing stuff at each other.
No.
But we're fun.
Rowdy
We
bunch.
enjoy having fun. We enjoy the social and the camaraderie that we have with each other. And so
how many folks do you have currently in
our
your club? Yes.
We're at 50 members.
Wow.
We're at 50 members. Well, actually 52.
52 members. Yeah, I knocked around on your Facebook a little bit, and I highly encourage folks to do that, the Elizabethtown Lions Club. And not only do you talk about the things you have coming up, you're really good, your Facebook page is really good about sharing other organizations, things that are coming up that you all may or may not be directly involved with.
Right. And that's part of it. I mean, we want to stay involved with the community, and it's just not just always E-Town Lions, because we're involved with everybody in the club, in the community, and in the county.
Right.
So we try to partner with some of the other clubs, because Glendale, they're big with their barbecue.
Gotcha.
With the Glendale Days.
Yeah. So I'm sure you all make sure you don't overlap, so we
try
can
not
have
to,
barbecue all the time.
All the time. So we'll sometimes go and help them.
That's
and
awesome.
so the different clubs, we try to work together. Some of us are getting a little older, so
seasoned. We are just seasoned, as my granddaughter says,
being
seasoned
able
to perfection.
to work with each other helps a lot. So.
Yeah, definitely. And it takes a village.
Yeah.
Truly. So I went on your website, and just to throw out some of the community programs, you all work with Feeding America?
Yes. From the World Association, Lions International, we have 5 basic, what we call global causes.
Ooh.
And so one is dealing with our youth, and anything we do with youth. So we give out scholarships each year. We honor high school seniors from the three high schools. We'll have a student of the month where we ask them to come in and just share things at their accomplishments and things,
And
we
that's super
honor
important
them.
to give them their props.
Yeah,
Truly,
so
they
we
earn
do
that.
So we do things with the youth. Then we have hunger. So that's one of our global causes. So
And it's super important for folks out there to know Hardin County is an extraordinary place to live. I chose this as my home 25 years ago. I've never regretted it. But even here, we do have
people-
children that go to bed hungry,
Yeah.
even here.
So the backpack program is very important to us.
Truly.
And so a lot of our community fundraising goes back to the community. So we donate funds to the backpack program as well as Feeding America. And then occasionally we'll go and participate
And
by
fill those
volunteering
backpacks.
packs. So we do
Yes,
that.
they are a fine-tuned machine at Feeding America.
Oh, they got it down
Yes,
to an
they are
art.
always looking for volunteers to go help with
So,
those.
so we involved with that. The other is, of course, like we talked about, vision.
I read something about childhood cancer.
Childhood cancer is a new one. We've started that about 5 years ago.
It makes me want to cry just
and
thinking about
and
it.
so we haven't done a whole lot locally. The state of Michigan has a program, and I'm kind of wanting to do that here. We just haven't got it started
Sure,
yet.
sure.
But
Well, I mean, you all, there's only so many of you. Yeah, so
but,
many
but
hours
that
in a day.
one's easy. But we would like to. What they do up there is they got with and they partnered. So we do a lot of partnerships. But they partnered with a local lady that has a wig shop.
Oh, wow.
And so what they did is they just, in that partnership, they gathered wigs, and then local hair stylists came in and they trimmed the wigs down so the kids, the young children, could have a wig that just fits them.
I love
And so
that.
I kind of really want us to try to do something like that
What
here.
a difference that makes in a
So-
child's life. Something
So
as simple
it's
as
simple.
hair,
Yeah.
you know?
So it's something like that we would like to do. Some does the little teddy bears. So there's a lot out there with child care cancer that can be done.
Very cool. So it sounds like you are just basically passion-driven.
Yes.
And anyone out there, obviously you take donations. Some people can write a check and they don't have a lot of time.
Right.
So that's perfect fit. And some people can't write a check, but they have some spare time.
Yeah.
So they could join. What do the dues look like? How much are those?
It varies from club to club.
Okay.
Lions International dues right now, it's for the whole year, it's like $50.
Wow. Okay.
And then the clubs for their local administrative cost. And so that $50 basically takes care of the administration of Lions clubs. So we have our own website, and within that website for the members, there's courses dealing with conflict management, how
Don't we all
to
need that?
start, how to do different leadership
Sure.
trainings, how to speak
Right.
in public. So it's not that's just part of that $50. So it's a lot there involved with that.
That I don't know of any other organization that only charges $50 annually.
Yeah. So it's
That's
annually.
amazing.
And then there's the state side, so it kind of trickles
Sure,
down. So,
sure.
But there's dues separate from that international. But for most part, the clubs, we don't. Now with email, we don't have to mail out stuff as much as
Sure,
but having
yeah.
postage
Well, that's
and
an
those
extra
type of,
cost
yeah,
that
so
you
that's
don't
where
wanna-
the administrative cost
Sure.
locally
So
comes
I
in.
certainly encourage everyone to go to your Facebook page. I'm not huge on social media, but I am active on
Yeah, I'm
Facebook.
not either, too.
Right. So to just like the Elizabethtown Lions Club Facebook page to see what you all have coming up.
Yeah.
Speaking of coming up, what's your very next fundraiser?
It's the pancake breakfast.
Woohoo!
So again, it's all you can eat. Tickets are $10.
Okay. Do you need to buy those in advance, or can you buy those at the door? Or both?
I have to have a ticket on me.
Do you?
But yeah, they can be purchased by any Lion Club member, and then at the door. And then you could actually go to givebutter.com.
Givebutter.com. I like it.
And there's just look up Elizabethtown Lions Club, and
Okay.
you can actually make
Gotcha.
a purchase there.
And sometimes the date just doesn't work.
Right.
You know, it just doesn't work. But what I encourage folks to do, and what us at my organization, the Right Legacy Group, we purchase tickets, and then when we're having a workshop and we have door prizes,
Yeah.
we give those, and people love that.
Yeah.
They really do. And what we do if they win, and we tell them, if you can't make it, gift it to a friend.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you can't go and you can't get the pancakes, I'm so sorry.
yeah.
I feel bad for you. But buy some tickets.
Yeah. Just buy 'em.
Support
It's,
this wonderful
it's great.
organization and gift them to a friend. Take them to church and give them to someone. Give them to a family who, you know, could use them.
Use them. And and even some of our club members will do that. I mean, we're challenged to have so many tickets to sell
Sure.
each member, but some of them actually donate their tickets to
Mm-hmm.
someone they know that's in need, or that's, like we said, one of our initiatives globally is hunger. So
Right.
having a family that may need breakfast that morning.
Right. And it doesn't have to be awkward or conversation. Just, hey, I have these, I can't use
Yeah.
them.
So
But
it's
just pay it
great.
forward.
Yeah.
Well, Tony, I hate it, but we're out of time.
Okay.
I would love to even drill deeper because I am excited. I see Lions Club everywhere. I know I see the signs for pancakes, for barbecue, all of the things. But it's always nice to know the why and what's behind it. And I'm fascinated to know that the money stays right here. Not that
Stays
we
right
don't want to help the world. We do.
Yeah.
But it's good to know that
It,
money.
100% of it stays right.
That's
here.
great. Wonderful. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for what you do because I know you
appreciate
give a lot of yourself.
Well,
And thank you, Tony. We appreciate your
Okay.
time, and we will see you at the pancake breakfast.
All right, roar, Lions, roar.
Woo! I love it. Melanie Parker, Issues and Insights, thanks for joining us, and I'll eat some pancakes with you soon.